Good morning. It's just gone 9 o'clock and it's Saturday morning. The sun's shining. I hope the sun's shining where you are. It does make a big difference, doesn't it? So, no, it's a bit of an odd Easter weekend this weekend, but I hope you're going to be able to get outside. Even better if you're outside doing this practice this morning, because when we're out in nature, we're feeding off all that good energy. And that helps build up the prana in us. So when I talk about raising our vibrational frequency, it all ties in, whether it's what they refer to in traditional Chinese medicine as qi, or in yoga as prana. It's life force, it's energy, and it's an electrical current. If you want to see it more scientifically, it's an electromagnetism, meaning that our vibrational frequency, our energy, we pick up on energies around us, we pick up the energy from the earth, which is a battery, and other people pick up on our energy too. So as we're moving into sort of the last few days of this, we are starting to build on the idea of going and being a light, shining light out into the world, and that can help us too. So today's theme is actually, I saw this meme kind of thing on Facebook the other day, and it really made me think, which was what it said was, this is where we find out who we really are. I talked yesterday about going and doing the internal work through these times, and so we're going to really build on that today and just kind of go and explore who we are. And I've got a couple of nice pieces of music today. As I'm nearing towards the end, I'm thinking, oh, what about that? What about that? I've got so much more that's with music. But these are two lovely pieces of music. We're going to be quite gentle in our practice this morning. I'm going to invite you just to explore who you are today. So with kind of letting go of this ego, who we think we should be, or how we want to present ourselves, but really just being who we are today. So I'm going to invite you just to lie down flat on the mat in Shavasana. Always a nice place to start in Shavasana. So laying out on the mat. You'll see on my t-shirt I've got travel light, live light, be the light, and spread the light. Thank you, Mary Short, for that, the gift of this t-shirt. Thank you very much if you're watching. So, lying down flat on the mat, have a good wriggle and a fidget, and find your Shavasana. Lovely place to start. So have the arms wide, the legs wide. Imagine you're a starfish in the sand. I always think of, rather than corpse pose, not the cheeriest of poses, but I think of a starfish laying on the beach, connecting to the earth within, but also soaking up the rays of the sun. And finding your breath. So maybe shimmy the hips a little, shimmy the shoulders. And just enjoy that feeling of nothingness.
Get out of our minds. Our thinking minds. I'll tell you how I do it. Using a mantra or phrase. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness.
So I'm going to start to sweep the arms up above the head. Stretch from the fingers and the toes, keeping this feeling of love in awareness as you move.
I am loving awareness.
Stretch one side and then the other side. Wriggle the fingers and wriggle the toes. Spark some energy into those ends of the body. And then let's slowly bring the knees into the chest. You can give yourself a hug. Just moving the knees around, maybe in circles, to massage the sacrum. And in the other direction. Now taking hold of the top of the right shin, extend the left leg out along the mat. And again, just continue with those circles with the knee. Imagine what's going on right at the top of the legs, that the femur bone, the top of the femur bone, a ball rolling around in the hip socket, oiling that joint. Now sliding the left foot up so that the foot's flat, so it's towards the bottom. Doesn't matter exactly where. Take hold of the back of the right leg and then extend the heel up towards the sky, just until you get sensation. Remember, loving awareness, nothing too harsh. Just enjoy it. This is where you find who you are. And you accept who you are and where you are right now. And that's yoga. You're not seeking to get the legs straight. We're seeking out sensation and finding softness. Now taking hold of the top of that right leg. The right shin. Extend the left leg out along the mat. Keep hold with the left arm and take the right arm out to the side. Just gently start to draw that right knee across the body like it's something of a spring. Draw it over as you exhale. Inhale as you relax. And it comes back. It just springs back. You just go to wherever it feels nice, or just naturally goes while keeping this right shoulder planted. Take one more. And then extend that right leg out along the mat. Bringing the left knee into the chest now. Nice little circles. Start there. Oiling that hip socket. Easing out any tension. Moving with loving awareness. Thank you, Ramdas, for those words and all your other sentiments.
I am loving awareness.
Now sliding the right foot up so it's flat on the ground. Take hold of the back of the left leg and extend and bend that leg. You may think, oh, this side's tighter. It's not, it's just because we've done the other side.
Leads you to
And we'll just accept where you are.
everything you are aware of.
Now sliding the right leg out along the mat. Take hold of the left knee, the left arm out to the side. So the right hand on the top of the left knee. Let's just draw the knee across and allow it just to spring back. Spring across and spring back. Take one more.
To the next plane.
Extend the leg out. Take the arms out to the side. Just rest for a moment there. Notice the subtle changes in the energy body. Now bring the knees up towards the chest. Open the knees out. Let's take a little happy baby. So you might not be able to reach the outside of the feet. If you can, fantastic. But remember, never congratulate yourself or berate yourself too much. You are where you are. You may be holding on to the shins, maybe the side of the feet, maybe the ankles. But just have a roll about here. Just allowing the knees to open and slightly draw down towards your armpits. And take the legs up in the air. Hold them there for a moment. Maybe just give them a shake out if that feels nice for you this morning. I'm going to take hold of the back of the legs and I'm going to rock and roll to come up to seated. You might want to do that a few times. But we're going to come to sit onto the knees now. So this next piece of music, India Arie. We're going to sit onto the knees, if you can, onto the toes, so the toes tuck. Bring your hands to a lotus flower. We're going to imagine this lotus flower. We're filling it up with light and love. This is the light we're going to go and shine out into the world. Now extend out the arms, come to a puppy dog, a crouching tiger. Push down into the hands, lift up the hips, come to a down dog. Move around in your down dog. Release the head. Pressing one heel down at a time. Feel the sensation, feel the light. And we're just going to start to walk the feet towards the hands. Drop the hips down. We're going to come up slowly through a chair. Gather your lotus flower. Reach in, the arms up towards the sky. Bending the knees. We're going to bring the hands to the right to a chair twist. Oh, lotus hands. All about this light that you've got in the hands. And twist to the other side. And now, we're going to explore with the arms. Imagine drawing a figure of eights with the hands. And then we're going to just start to walk around. I'm just going to explore with the body. I know some of you may be thinking, is this yoga? Well, of course it is. We're bringing light into the body. Getting everything moving naturally. We're going to start to open the legs and come to a horse stance. A bit like if you've done the swimming dragon with me, we're gonna go down to the depths. Down into the mud, and then we're gonna start to rise up. And straighten the legs, lift the arms up, and relaxing the arms down. Now bringing your lotus flower again. We're going to turn it towards the right. We're going to lift up the arms, open them out. We're going to round the back. Good morning, double dance. And open. Coming back to the beginning. Hands to lotus flower. We're going to turn the feet to the left. Offer your lotus flower. Open your light out to the world. Round in the back. And coming back to center with your lotus flower. So you can bend the legs here to hold in a stronger horse stance, or just have the legs straight. Just find that quiet within. As we start to walk the feet together, we're going to release the hands down. Stand tall, ground through the feet. Lift the crown of the head to the sky. Take the hands and clasp them behind the back. Push the knuckles down towards the heels and lift the heart towards the sky. Let's soften the knees now. Take the tailbone back so we come to hinge from the hips. So if a forward fold's not for you, if you're pregnant or any other contraindications, just leave this one quite high. If you're feeling okay with it, drop the head down. Bring the arms up over the back of the head, just to a place that feels nice for you. You want really the lower rib connecting to the thighs. Now drop the tailbone, lift the head. Come slowly up to standing. Pushing the knuckles down towards the heels, lifting the heart. We're going to bring the hands to the left side of the waist now. And drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Just feeling the sensation on the right side of the neck. And then bringing the hands around to the right. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Keeping this chest, the heart space open. And releasing the hands. We're going to slide the hands down the thighs. Bring the hands down to the floor, come to the knees. Now keep the feet flat so the toenails facing down. Sit back onto the heels. We're going to sweep the right arm around, but just bring the left hand kind of a diagonal behind you. Sweep the arm around. We're going to lift off the hips. Slightly different version of camels. Going to access somewhere a little different to usual, but hopefully it feels nice. Going to help you shine your light. Strengthening your solar plexus region. The part of you connected to your self-empowerment, feelings of courage, willingness to show up and be seen for who you are. Hey, and why not use this time for that? To find out who you are and to be brave, to just go and be who you are in the world. The more that you can be who you are, you'll be vibrating at a higher frequency. There's no resistance there. Let's do this once more each side. Oh. And lower. One more to the right. And lowering down. Bring the legs around in front now. Let's open the legs out. So we did this as a warm-up before. The legs wide. We're going to stir the porridge. As you do this, we need to try and keep this chest space open. Just moving slowly. I do hope the weather's nice where you are. Who have we got this morning? Hi Viv, hi Joe, hi Jean, good morning to you. Sending love and light from Croatia this morning. I love teaching these live because it's like I can feel you there. And so going in the other direction. If you're watching and you've not said hello yet, then feel free, come and say hi. I'd love to know you are there. Whoosh. So we're going the other direction with our stir into the porridge. And this is just accepting where we are this one. So I know when I was first learning yoga, and we'll just bring the hands down. And we were doing this one where you walk the hands forward, and in my head was going, oh, I used to be able to just get like down flat like that, before my back injury. I was like, oh no, I used to be able to do that. That doesn't help us at all. We just accept where we are. So bring the hands down and just rest there. I find it helps just to have a little sway side to side to help you come into that position where you're going to hold it. And just take some deep breaths, maybe even a smile, and just kind of going, this is where I am today. This is who I am, and this is okay. Now we're going to walk the hands around towards the right. And just let the chin towards the big toe. So I often say in classes with this one, when people are trying to force to get the head down to the knee, I'll say your aim is not that. The aim is to get the chin to the big toe. And then people look and they kind of go, hang on, that's never going to happen. Exactly. You are where you are. That's just where you'll put your gaze. So much depends on the length of your arms, your legs, your torso. Let's walk the hands around towards the left. Just seek out the sensation. There's some days, I'll be feeling nice and soft and malleable, could go a little further. Or in the morning, you might tend to be a bit tighter for these kind of things. It'd be a nice one to try in the evening as well. Now walking back up towards the center. Let's bring the legs together. We're going to carefully roll down to the floor, down to lie on your mat. So the arms out, just tight the belly, roll down. We're going to bring the palms flat, so palms facing down. Make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed. Now push into the feet, push down into the hands, and just tip your pelvis up, tip your hips up. So we're going to hold in a bridge. Now some of you might know variations of this. I'll invite you to take any variation that you feel is good for you, but it's also nourishing. That Let's not strain, but just enables you to shine this light right at the solar plexus region, just above the navel, between the navel and the chest. Might feel nice to clasp the hands underneath the back, tuck the shoulders under. But just check the knees aren't flailing out to the side, and just check in with the feet. You want the whole of the foot flat, pressing the feet, lifting up the hips. Good. And then release the arms, drawing the belly. Slowly lower the hips down, peeling the spine down onto the mat. Let's take the left leg with this first. Going to lift up the left leg, bring it over the right. We're going to drop the knees down to the side. Now careful, we want to keep the left shoulder planted on the mat. Just go as far as feels nice. You may want to take this right hand here and just kind of use the forearm as a stand for that leg. As we just take a few breaths here. In the background you may hear there's just sound of a boat. We're going out to catch some fish. Big fishing community I live in here, so everyone's going out and catching fish for supper. I've got mine at the ready for today. Now slowly, bringing yourself for that, out of that, back towards the center. Placing the left foot down, lifting up the right leg, and crossing it over the left. And then just dropping the knees down to the left. Maybe using that left forearm just as a stand, making a fist, and putting it just into the inside of the thighs. The thing is with twists, and you can stay there, I'm just going to come up so I can speak to you. Is with twists, it's a very personal thing. So I can't tell you how far you go, apart from you to listen to your body and find out where feels nice for you. Never strain with it too much. You'll be maybe stretching a little bit further as the body softens. It's okay to ask for more, but it's first and foremost important to accept where you are. Now slowly bring the knees back through center and give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug and rock and roll just like you did to start with. And then when you feel ready, just extend the arms and legs out. Come back to Shavasana. If there's anything else at this point that your body's said it wants in terms of a stretch, a wriggle, a fidget, a yoga move that you know it's your body's saying, oh yeah, it feels like that just now, then feel free to do that. Just have in mind being who you are, not who you want to be, and where you are right now. And as you close the eyes and lay out like that starfish in the sand with the sun beating down, breathe out anything that doesn't feel like you. Breathe out and soften and just be who you are in this moment. Maybe feel that space just between the chest and the navel. Like a big golden sphere. Yellow healing light. It's your own light. It only shines when we're being who we are. not who we think we should be, not who we've been conditioned to be. Not any of the masks that we put on to hide our true selves. This is who you are. Perfectly unique you. And just bathe in that loving awareness of yourself, with your light shining. The more you just allow your light to shine, feel yourself become stronger, more courageous, open-hearted. Just checking in now with how you feel. If you want to stay a little longer, just pause the video now. If you want to hold on to these sensations, take the tip of the thumb, tip of the forefinger together and just press gently. Maybe you feel that gold light filling the whole of the body. Now just start to wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes. Slowly, mindfully, with loving awareness, extend the arms above the head, stretch from the fingers, stretch from the toes, maybe even reach one side and then the other. And when you're ready, bring the knees to the chest, give yourself a hug. Rock and roll a few times, massaging the lower back. And when you're ready, come to lay on the side. Give yourself another hug. You're doing great. Slowly start to bring yourself up to seated. The eyes closed if you can. Find a cross-legged position. Find your sit bones. Bring the hands together at the heart. Rub the palms together as fast as you can. Place the palms over the eyes, just let the eyes be bathed. That golden healing light. Feel the face and the jaw soften. The corners of the mouth just come up towards the ears. And then slowly take the hands away, opening out the fingers. Start to see the day appear ahead of you. Hopefully with a bit more golden light around you. And bring your hands to the heart. And from my heart to your heart, namaste. Keep shining your light. Keep trying to find the light within. Of course, accepting any or other, or the whole spectrum of emotions. And maybe just taking a little time in each day to find the light. I'm sending you loads of love and light from here in Croatia. If you're joining me tomorrow, I'm going to say joining me. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday. I've decided I have pre-recorded tomorrow because I'm going to have a digi-detox tomorrow. I've done, 18 days. Now I'm going to have one day where it's pre-recorded. It'll be on this channel by 9 o'clock tomorrow, so you can watch it. I just won't be live. I hope you can understand. I've got to take care of my light too, so I'm going to have a day off. So from my heart to your heart, once more, mwah, namaste. Namaste. Have a lovely Easter weekend, guys. Bye-bye.